Good morning. Welcome to Haji Kashim Ali Mohila Degree College, Muktagasa, Mymensingh. Dear HSC first year student, how are you? I hope you are all well by the grace of the Almighty. We are also well by His grace. As it is a coronavirus period, our college authority has arranged online class program, and in this online class program you are most welcome. At first, I would like to say one thing, that you have taken the right decision to get yourself admitted in our college, because our college has a nice environment. The college is situated far from the din and bustle of city life. Our teachers are very experienced, and finally, I want to say another thing, that our Honorable Principal Sir, Mohammad Eklasur Rahman Jewel Sir, is a very active person. He always guides us. So, I think you have taken a right decision in getting yourself admitted in our college. Dear students, as it is a first class, I would not like to go any difficult topic, and I would like to say another thing, that on behalf of the college, I, Devashish Pal, will try my best to help you in all moments. Along with me, with my two colleagues, my department colleagues, Mrs. Rehana Begum Madam and Mrs. Rebecca Binte Shams Madam will also help you whenever you need. So, I think you need not be worried about your English. Many of you find much difficulty in studying English. Actually, English is not so difficult a subject as you think of. Because if it is a difficult subject, how have you passed your SSC examination? So I think the students who have already passed the SSC examination will also be able to pass HSC examination, even with a good score in English. So I think you will be I think you will be regular in class, regularly attend our classes, especially online classes. And today we will start with a very common topic. The topic is very familiar with you, and the topic is beaver. In our class, today we will discuss the different forms of beaver. I think not only the students of first year and also the students of second year will be helped by this class. We know beaver plays an important role in our English language, and this beaver can be used in sentences in different forms according to the structure of the sentences and according to the subjects of the sentences. Now we will talk about the total things. At first, I would like to invite you to look at the board, and you can see there is a circle and there are 5 arrow signs there are 5 arrow signs after the circle, and the arrow 5 signs indicate 5 different forms of be verb. They can be used in present tense or present form as am, is, and are. It depends on the structure of the sentence and subject of the sentence. Secondly, in the past form, it can be used as a was and were. It also depends on the structure of the sentence and subject of the sentences. And I have included here and another thing, though it is not directly related to our be verb, but I have included here, that is be verb in the future form. In future form, the verb will be used as shall be and will be. In most cases, in maximum cases, we use will to indicate future form of be. And number 4, in using present participle, we use the form of be verb in ing form. And the last one is the past participle of be verb. The past participle form of be verb is been. So we have here seen that there are 5 types of forms of be verb. They are used in sentences according to different situations and different demands. Now we will discuss how these types of forms of be verb are used in sentences. Let us see how it works. At first, we will start with the present form. I have earlier told you that in the present form of be verb, we use am, is, and are. Now we will discuss how it works. There are 3 examples. Each example contains 2 sentences. Example of am. First sentence, I am a teacher. And second sentence, I am not a doctor. This is very easy sentence and very simple to understand. I think you are clear about the 2 sentences. Here we can see that am is used in both the sentences, and these sentences are with am. And if you see, you will find that here am is used. Where have we used am? After only the person I. So we see that in the present form am is used, and it is used, that is am is used after only the person I. And there are 2 examples regarding it. I think you have understood the use of am. My second point is about is. There are also 2 examples. Let us study the examples. Number 1, Salma is an engineer. And second one, Nipa is the tallest girl in the class, and we can see that these two sentences contain is the another form of be verb in the present form, and here you can see that is used after the third person singular number, and there is a condition in using is is used after third person, Salma third person, and number singular, Nipa singular number and third person. So we can see that is used after third person and the person is singular number. And third one, are, use of are. There are also two examples. Let us study the examples. Arif and Maruf are brothers. This is also a very simple sentence. You are the students of ACC first year. This is also a very simple sentence to understand. I think you have understood the two sentences. So, what can we see from these two sentences? From these two sentences, we find that there are two subjects, and first subject is plural. So, we have used are. And second sentence, you. You can be singular or plural. But in this sentence, you indicate the plural number because here the word is students. You also can work as a singular number. So, we see that are is used in the rest cases. That is, we use am after only I, and we use is after only third person, and the person should be singular in number. And in all the rest cases we can use are. So I think you have understood the use of am, is, are. Our next point is about another term, that is the use of there is or there are. Sometimes you become confused to use there is or there are. That is, after there, what will you use? Is or are? As we are discussing the form of be in the present form, so I think you also should think about the use of there is and there are. Now I will discuss it. First, there is. There are also three examples. I think from this example, you will be able to understand the use of there is. That is, where we will use is after there. There is a flower garden in front of our computer lab. And second sentence, there is a pond behind our new academic building. And last sentence, there is much water in this pond. So, we can see that the sentences start with there is, and after there is a group of words, that is noun phrase. If you do not understand what a noun phrase is, it doesn't matter. You will only consider the noun is singular or plural, or you will consider the noun is countable or uncountable. So after there is, we see that a flower garden means one flower garden. And second sentence, there is a pond behind our new academic building. A pond, here a pond means one pond. And third sentence, there is much water. We know water is uncountable noun. So from these three examples, we have come to the point that we use there is before a singular noun. A flower garden, that is one flower garden. Here one flower garden, singular noun. There is a pond. After there is, we have used a pond. A pond is one pond, that is here the pond is singular noun. So we use there is before a singular countable noun. I have told that countable noun because noun are of two types, countable noun and uncountable noun. Nouns are also other types, but this is not included in our today's topic. And third sentence, there is much water in this pond. Here water is uncountable noun. Uncountable nouns are the nouns that cannot be counted or that cannot be made plural by using s or es after the noun. So we see that before countable singular noun we use there is, and before uncountable noun we use there is. This is the final decision or final point is that before singular nouns and uncountable nouns we use there is. And you may ask about the use of there are, that is where we will use there are. Let us study the examples regarding there are, and you will also be able to understand the use of there are. There are many tall trees in our college premises. College premises means college campus. And second sentence, there are 78 teachers in our college. So from these two examples, we can see that after there are, we have used nouns in plural form, that is trees. And in the second sentence, after there are, we have used noun in plural form, that is teachers. So from this point, we come to the conclusion that we use there are before plural nouns. Many tall trees, this is plural noun. Many is a word that indicates a plural noun. Another sign is that there is the plural form of tree, that is trees. 78, this word also indicates plural nouns, and clearly there are also plural signs in teachers. S is added with teacher. So we see that before plural nouns we use there are, and you may have a question about here is and here are. Similar is the case with here is and here are. That is, in the structure like sentence with there is, we can use here is. In the sentence like structure there are, we can use here are. There are only two examples for your understanding. The examples are, here is a gift for you. Here is a gift. A gift means one gift. So we have used here is. And second sentence, here are some new items for the customers. Some is a word that indicates both singular and plural noun, but in this sentence, some indicates plural nouns because item is a plural and item is a singular and items is a plural noun. So we see that after here are, we use plural noun. That is, before singular noun we use here is, and before plural nouns we use here are. I think you have understood the use of there is, there are, and similarly the use of here is and here are. I earlier told you that a refers to a singular thing or singular object or singular noun. But there are some exceptions. Now we will talk about the exception. Think deeply and look at the board. There are a number of books on the shelf. And second one, there are a lot of mistakes in the composition. You can ask, a refers to one, so why have we used there are, there are? If you think about the total thing, that is a number of books, a lot of mistakes, a number of books, not a book. A number of books means there are more books, several books, many books. A lot of mistakes means there are more than one mistakes, and especially there are many mistakes. So we use there are before the phrase a number of and before the phrase a lot of. Another thing is that if we use a number of or a lot of in the beginning of the sentence, in that case also we will have to use the plural form of be verb, that is are. And a number of, a lot of always takes a plural noun. So a number of books and so a lot of mistakes we have used in this way. So I think, my dear learners, you have understood the use of there are regarding a number of and a lot of. So what have we discussed today? At first we discussed the form of be verb, that is the form of be verb which can be used in sentences in present form, past form, future form, present participle and past participle. Then we have discussed be verb in the present form using am, is, are. Then we have discussed the use of there is and there are, and we have also discussed here is, here are, and last one we have discussed an exception, that is the use of a number of and use of a lot of after there are. So I think dear learners, you have understood all the items. As it is a coronavirus period, I think and I also advise you, you should take care of your health and maintain the rules of health. Be safe. See you in the next class. Thank you all.